Welcome to week 1 of the PUDL. This is the Ultra Ball League, and if you don't know what that means, basically there's 2 divisions, Master Ball, Ultra Ball. Since I'm new, I go to the lower league, which is the Ultra Ball League. And at the end of the season, if I get, let's say, top 2, I move up to the Master Ball division. So that's gonna be my aim for the season: get top 2, go to Master Ball. Yeah, this draft, I'm really happy with my team. I got threats upon threats, and I think that this is my most consistent draft. As in, all of my Pokemon, I can see bringing more than once, whereas my other drafts is more top heavy. I like to draft a lot more top heavy, and then the rest of the points are just for random Pokemon. But now, I feel like every single member of my team could pull a lot of weight. So yeah, first week, me versus Successful Murder. This team is dangerous. Big things about this team. Great Tusk, of course, will always be a problem every day of the week. Always a problem. Second off, Rotom is probably, to me, is probably the most dangerous against the team that I chose to use. Of course, Terra Substrika, Terra Flying, it's gonna be a problem. Heatran is, especially with the team that I decided to go with, it is really dangerous, especially if he brings offensive Heatran. And with the mocks that I didn't see a offensive Heatran, so I'm not sure how it'll go. I also had Piloswine in the original team, but I decided that Vikavolt would be better against stuff like Rotom, Substrika, and Cresselia. I'm glad to see that there's no Rotom. I'm glad to see that there's no Dragonite. That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't expect the Samurott or the Tinkaton. But yeah, the biggest threat, especially with the team that he brought, it's gonna be Heatran. I'm really weak to Heatran, and I have to predict a lot when it comes out. Another thing, this is a replay. I forgot to record, so GG. Uh, usual, the usual me forgetting to do something and then having to fix it. But my team, I brought Iron Boulder, the usual booster energy with Source Stance, Earthquake, Iron Cleave, and then I believe, yeah, Psycho Cut for Great Tusk. The Keldeo, I had AV and Mox, but then I decided to change it for Specs, just to do heavy damage. Keldeo is planned just to wall break and then let either Iron Boulder or Cinccino. How do you even say it? Cinccino? I don't know. But yeah, my cleaners are Cinccino and Iron Boulder. Keldeo's here to do big damage. Vikavolt was very close to not coming, but after Mox, I decided that this would be a better Pokemon to bring. I was really close on bringing Hydreigon, but I think Vikavolt has a better chance against Cresselia one-on-one. And Cresselia it's kind of annoying against my team. But yeah, I brought AV. Instead of AV Keldeo, I brought AV Vikavolt with a Mud Shot for Heatran. This is supposed to be an, not like a check for Heatran, but like just to surprise him. Take a hit from Magma Storm, and then boom, Mud Shot. Take like 90%. I think it's almost a one shot. Of course, we have Body Press, Defog, Roost, U-Turn, Corviknight, the usual. We have the only answer to Magma Storm, but unfortunately it is a fairy type, so it kind of gets destroyed by Flash Cannon. Dash Bund, fully defensive. I need it for Great Tusk, and I need it for Samurott, and also the Dragonite that didn't come. And then my Sweeper, Chinchino, Protective Pats in case of Rocky Helmet. I brought Terra Blast Fighting for Heatran. And if so, in Calcs, Terra Blast Fighting on defensive Heatran is a two shot. It did like around 70%. So I'm pretty sure a fighting Terra Blast one shots Heatran if it's offensive, which you'll see right now that spoilers, it is offensive. Right, let's start it. First off, I think my lead was pretty horrible. So right here I didn't even notice that they didn't have Rotom, so Vikavolt was my designated lead. I noticed now that probably Focus Sash plus Sticky Webs would have been better as a lead. But I kind of zoned in that, okay, I gotta lead Vikavolt because Rotom is a big problem. And I didn't notice until this turn that, oh, Rotom isn't even here. Why did he lead off of Heatran? And then I'm like, oh, this is bad. Yeah, plus Balloon. Yeah, that's tough. This would have been really good if he didn't have Balloon. Because I can Mud Shot, do amazing damage. Alright, I go Keldeo, Magma Storm. Keldeo's my only answer to this. And I can only switch to it, what, twice at most? So it almost two-shots me with the Magma Residual. I have to flip turn. He does a really good switch on Cresselia. Right here, I go back into Vikavolt. I'm pretty sure I just want to get damage on it. I don't want to bring in Great Tusk. So yeah, Bug Buzz. Big damage. Also, I have a, what is it called? Energy Ball. I have Energy Ball for Great Tusk in case I want to predict. Now here, this is the problem. The on both screens, I'm like, okay, he's gonna have a setup mon, and it's gonna be either Heatran or Great Tusk. And he brings out Heatran. I'm like, okay, this is bad, but at least I popped the balloon. I can't click Mud Shot because of the light screen. It's like it just barely misses out on the 2-hit KO. So I had to switch into Dashmon. I'm like, okay, I don't think he should predict the Dashmon. If he does, that's a great play, but it's just safer to do Magma Storm, especially because my only switch in is Dashmon, and Dashmon can't really touch Heatran. I do have Roar on it though, but what's to say that he's not gonna? And I'm pretty sure right now with the calcs that I did, this is offensive, which means it's probably fast, which means I don't outspeed it with Dashmon, which means he can just Flash Cannon and kill me. Which, yeah, I have to predict that. And I scout the Flash Cannon. Yep, he has it. Now I have to switch into Keldeo, because... Yeah, right here I'm just doing my little predictions of like, okay, would he click Flash Cannon here, or would he click Magma Storm? So I'm pretty sure I'm like, okay, he's gonna click. Either way, I think I go Ponyo once, just to see what he does. Flash Cannons, I'm like, yes, okay, I got it. the the special drop is pretty annoying. I could have, if I really wanted to, I could have just surfed. I'm not sure how much it did with let's see. KELDEO surf on Etran with a light screen. It did 2-shot. So if it wasn't for the special drop, not I wouldn't say most likely, but there is a chance I would just click surf twice. Uh, but I mean, I don't think I would, to be honest. Right here, I'm like, oh, he's definitely gonna Magma Storm, go back into Courage, Protect to scout the Flash King again. Okay, I'm like, okay, he's just basically doing Magma Storm on Ponyo, Flash Cannon on Dash Bond. So right here, I'm like, okay, what are the chances of him just doing the same thing over and over again until I basically deplete the light screen reflect, which I basically have done right now. I'm like, I don't know. So I'm just gonna stay in and roar to see if he kind of out predicts me. But nah, he just looking back on it on hindsight, it probably was the best play. Maybe going Corviknight, maybe. Yeah, probably going Corviknight was the best play, but right here, I had to let it go because I can't risk any more damage in Ponyo. And if he Magma Storms, I'm in really big trouble. So yeah, I couldn't I couldn't do the prediction. I surf does a ton of damage to Tinkaton. I was like, ooh, that's awesome. Because I don't really have anything that can hit Tinkaton for that much damage. Especially depending on what Terra it has. Thunderwave is gonna be really annoying. Knockoff is gonna be even more annoying if he gets rocks. Lip Striker goes in right here. Another misplay by me. I thought he would go for the damage on it, but instead he was spanking on the para. So I was really thinking of U-turning here. But yeah, I risked instead. That was a horrible play by me. Especially because it brings this threat out. Right here, I didn't really have a switch into this. Yeah, no. Especially because I was really afraid of Terra flying. I could bring in Invicable, Terrafly basically 3-shots me, and I can't really touch it with Terrafly. I have like I said, Mud Shot, but if he Terraflies, yeah, that's even more GG for me. So I decided to take a hit with Core of Night, which kind of opens up Samurai, opens up Great Tusk a lot, actually. Uh, yeah, I was like, okay, please don't get parried. Let me just U-turn. And thankfully, it didn't get parried. I go Iron Boulder. I have no choice to go Iron Boulder because Substrika is faster than everything else in my team. And here, I don't think I can get killed by anything except Terra Blast, Terra Water. And I don't think he would bring that. And I'm like, okay, if he does do Terra Blast, Terra Water, I can go Cinchino, maybe. But here, I decided to go for the play. Anything but Terra Water. Anything but Terra Water. I decided to go for game. No Terra Water. I live. I'm like, okay, let's go. Earthquake. That thing dies. Okay, now this is a problem. Because right here, I'm like, why didn't you go Samurott and Aquajet? Why go Cresselia? So he has something up his sleeve, right? But I check for like a few minutes. I'm like, Cresselia has nothing. So I'm like, I don't know. I think that was a misplay by him. Just go Samurott, Aquajet. I have to switch. But no, he just gave me another Fremont. Mighty Cleave. Done. Here comes the Aquajet. I have to switch here. And right here, I think I Volt Switch. In hindsight, I was afraid of bringing in Heatran again. But either way, I think with Heatran, I just sack Corviknight every time he brings Heatran. So I just should have I should have gone for the energy ball. Volt switch. He predicts me. Stealth rock instead of a rock move. And yeah. I mean, yeah, my team is pretty low so far, especially Corviknight. So I think Stealth Rock was a good play, especially because he also did live Energy Ball. Knocks off my AV. I can't take anything anymore. He lets it go, and then here comes the big threat Heatran. Right here, I just have to let something go. Sorry, Corviknight, but yeah. Since I'm paired up, he can't Will-O-Wisp, but he can just Flash Cannon. Ponyo comes back. Right here. So right here, I did some calcs, and I'm like, wait, where's the Secret Sword answer? Where is it? Heatran dies from Secret Sword. Samurott dies from Secret Sword, depending on the item. Tinkaton basically gets two shot by it. So I'm like, okay, but let me just Secret Sword. First thing Samurott dies. I'm like, wait, could this be game? Depending on what this is. Terra Water, Secret Sword, it dies. I'm like, depending on what the Tinkaton set is, it it's very close. It kills. I'm like, yes, let's go. Yeah, and that's it. It all came down to if Secret Sword killed Tinkaton. Even then, if Ponyo died there to Tinkaton, uh, I go Iron Boulder. It lifts rocks, and then I Earthquake to win. Yeah, I think in the end, Keldeo really, Keldeo and the Iron Boulder did their job, especially Keldeo. Um, yeah, yeah, awesome. I think that's it. We got a 4-0. Huh. It felt a lot closer than a 4-0, especially in the beginning. He put a lot of pressure with Heatran, but yeah, we managed to close it out. The end game, I'm proud of my end game, but I think I still need to work on my lead, and yeah. So I'll see you next week if I actually remember to record this time. So,